Welcome to the YouTube channel named as XAT Make sure that you subscribe to the channel if not done yet, so that you don't miss out important videos like these. Today we're going to look at all about XAT Exam 2027. We'll talk about in this video exam details, especially the notification part for the XAT 2027, which is already out. We'll talk about the XAT 2026 exam structure, so that you have an idea what is tested in the XAT paper. We'll talk about the XLRI and the XIMB cutoffs, top B schools accepting the XAT score, and the most important for you right now, whether to fill the XAT form right now or not at all. I have talked about this part in detail towards the end of the video. So do check out the complete video. Do share with the other XAT aspirants so that they can also benefit. Make sure that you join the XAT information telegram group so that you get the latest information, motivational stuff, and free material for CAT and other management interest tests. Let's look at the XAT exam 2027 notification. So the registration has already started from July 15, 2026. It is going to end on December 6, 2026. Most likely the registration date may extend by a few days. If I look at the past year trends, it clearly shows that. Admit card download is going to begin from December 20, 2026. That is tentative. XAT exam date, that's very important for you. It's happening on January 3, 2027. That is next year from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Now, of course, you have to fill the XAT form by paying the XAT registration fee, rupees 2,300. If you're looking at XLRI, then you have to separately pay an additional fee, rupees 200 each for each program of XLRI. For more details, you can visit the website xatonline.in. You can also look forward to visit our website cat2im.com. Now let's look at the XAT 2026 structure. So generally you get 3 sections in part 1 and you have part 2 which has general knowledge. So what are the sections and generally what questions are there? So the XAT 2027 structure we are going to get to know closer to the XAT 2027 exam date, which is 3rd January 2027. So if you look the sections out here, one of the section is verbal ability and logical reasoning. You get about 26 questions in this section. You do have a decision making section, which is completely different from the other exams structure. So you do get what 21 questions in this section. And another section which you have is QADI, that is quantitative aptitude and data interpretation. You get about 28 questions. So in total, if I look in 2026, you had 75 questions in the part 1. And the duration given was 170 minutes. So in total 3 hours, out of which 170 minutes for the part 1. You have a part 2 also, which is GK, given 10 minutes, 20 questions over here. So what do you find out in the V and the LR? They have written also the question type over here. So you get critical and analytical reasoning. You, of course, get reading comprehension, including poems. So you do have poems. You might get some cartoon problem also in the section. You do get tested on vocabulary, on grammar, and other related exercise such as parajumble close test. So you have to thoroughly prepare yourself for the VA and the LR section for the XAT. Now, the DM section would give you some scenarios, which could be personal, professional, right? And the students have to apply their critical thinking, problem solving skills, and the prioritization to make right decisions, right? So we do have the course for this also of DM. Post CAT, we are going to look forward to start, right? Now, when you come to the Q and DI, the data interpretation is mixed with the quant portion. So you are being tested on arithmetic, algebra, geometry, mensuration. So a lot of geometry was being asked in XAT 2026. So make sure that you thoroughly prepare for each and every module. Modern maths is also there. And of course, you would have the DI sets also in the same section, right? And along with QA. In the GK, what they have written, 20 questions they're going to look forward to test you, and out of which 8 would focus on the static GK, and remaining 12 would be on the current affairs. So make sure that you keep reading the newspaper so that you are aware of the current affairs going on. And of course, you have to focus from the static point of view also, so that you can do well in the part 2 of the XAT paper, which is based completely on the general knowledge, right? So we'll talk about now the cutoffs and the scorecard also. I've shown you of one of my student who did fantastically well in XAT 2026. So you can look forward to prepare for CAT and other exams with us. So we have fresh batches also. Now, when you look the XLRI 2026 cutoff, so they do it based on the programs also. So when you go for the XLRI, PGDM, BM, and PGDM International, right? So the GD and the PI cutoffs based were on, if you look stream, right? And also the gender, right? So what I see is the overall cutoff for getting a call from XLRI, or even the sectional cutoffs are not very high. So it is very much manageable to score if you do the right preparation and you do the right exam strategy. That is also very, very critical. So I'll talk about one of the stream over here, engineer if you are, and male. So overall cutoff, if I look greater than equal to 94, it was percentile. It is in terms of, for QAD, it was greater than equal to 85. For VLR, it was greater than equal to 82. And for decision making, again, same, greater than equal to 82. So for different stream and gender combination, you have the different cutoffs. So there is a well-known HRM program also for the XLRA, which students do target. So you have a separate cutoff for that. So if you look over here for engineer male, the overall was greater than equal to 92. QADI, it was greater than equal to 80. For VLR, it was greater than equal to 87. And for DM, it was greater than equal to 85. So I have picked up one scorecard of my student. So I'll give you an idea that what score gave what percentile for him. So if you look in the QADI, there were 28 questions and each question was of 1 mark. So if you calculate this percentage, this will come around 16 marks, and he scored 99.53 percentile. In the VLR, the number of questions are 26, and if you calculate this percentage into marks, this will come around 14 marks, and the percentile was 98.8. Now, when you come to the DM section, there were 21 questions, and if you calculate this percentage into marks, you would be able to figure out close to 12 marks, gave 88 percentile around, right? So if you look over here, the total score, if I look around 42, if you convert this into marks, the percentage, the overall percentile of my student was 99.82. That's extremely high. Now, when you come to the GK section, so to give you a call for XLRA, they don't consider the score of part 2, that is GK. That would be considered during the interview. So just score some bare minimum marks in the GK, so you get a decent percentile. But nothing to worry about much if you score less also and less percentile. It's not like that you will not be able to convert the call, right? So over here, if I look 20 questions, 40% if I look over here. So 8 questions correct out of 20, and there was no negative marking. So the percentile was closer to 76.5. So prepare well for these ads for all the sections, including GK, so that whatever weightage is assigned for the GK during the interview, you can get the maximum marks out there, right? Now, if you look the other top B school, which people look forward to target through XAT is XIMB also. So you can see the 2026 cutoffs. Now, look, the interesting is, again, they divide into two things, MBA BM program and MBA HRM, right? And over here, they look at for the MBA BM, you have the CAT based percentile, you have the XAT based also. They do accept GMAT also. and they also conduct their own exam named as XGMT. So these are the cutoffs you have based on the different exams. And of course, they try divide domicile male, domicile female, non-domicile male, non-domicile female in the MBA BM cutoffs. And in that also, for every category, if I come to domicile male, you do have engineer, non-engineer also, right? If you look over here. So these are the cutoffs which you have. So when you come to the MBHRM, again, they're going to look at these four exams, CAT, XAT, GMAT, XGMT, but they also look forward to accept through NMAT also, only the MBHRM program, right? So again, they have divided just into two categories like domicile and non-domicile. And of course, under domicile and non-domicile, they have engineer, non-engineer category. So you can have a look of the uh, cutoffs out here if you are looking to aim XIMB college. Now, I would just recommend from my side few resources which are to be done before you write the XAT paper. Of course, you should look forward to solve past XAT papers, maybe at least 5 to 6 papers you should look forward to solve to have a fair idea about the XAT paper. And do join the CAT2I information group so that you get the CAT2I and XAT booster course sessions PDFs. And from those PDFs, you might get a direct question or maybe something similar also. So these are free PDFs I'm going to provide on the CAT2IM Telegram information group. So be a part of it. Do join it. Now let's look at the top B schools which are accepting the XAT 2027 score. And make sure that you do watch the video till the end because I'll answer a very important question, whether to fill the XAT form right now or not at all. So top B schools are XLRI, XIMB, IMT Ghaziabad, MICA, Goa Institute of Management, Great Lakes Institute of Management, Chennai, IMI Delhi, FO Delhi, KG Somaya Mumbai, TAPMI Manipal, LBS Delhi, ZIS Ranchi, IRMA, Liba. So these are the top B schools which you can look forward. And if you want to know particularly for yourself what B schools you should target, so in that case, I need to know your profile also, your aspiration also. So feel free to type in the comment box of the video. And we would surely love to answer that which B schools you can look forward to target through XAT. Now, the most important part of this video, I feel personally, is whether to fill the XAT 2027 form right now or not at all. So I have put 4 things out here: XLRI, test center, preparation level, CAT 2026 performance. Now what it is, let's understand and make sure that you share this video with as many XAT aspirants as possible so that they can also benefit. Now the first thing, if you are 100% sure that you have to target XLRI through the XAT paper, in that case, make sure that you fill the XAT form immediately. That is one thing. But let's say you're not sure of that whether you want to target XLRI through the XAT paper. Maybe right now the surety is just 70 to 80% you're targeting XLRI through the XAT paper, and you might decide later on. So in that case, we have to look at the other parameters also. So let's say the test center also becomes relevant for some of the students for sure. Now, what I mean by that is, see, if you are just 70 to 80% sure, but you want that the test center should be your, as per your preference, you should get the first preference. In that case, what the XAT authority has come up, I feel it's a marketing strategy so that maximum students fill the XAT form on day one. So what I read on the website is those who fill on day one, that is 15 July 2026, they would get the test city of their choice, the first preference. So that they're going to announce soon also what is the test city has been allotted to them. So they would be getting the first city preference, right? So if you want the first city preference as your test center and just 70 to 80% sure about XLRI through XAT, then also you can look forward to fill the form on day one. So that could be done. If you are okay with that, the test center could be your second choice or maybe the third choice, then you might fill later on because you're not sure of targeting XLRI completely 100% through the XAT paper. So what I've seen in the past is generally girls always get the first city preference. Who has to suffer? Boys. So the boys has to suffer. They generally do not get the first city preference. So they might get the second city preference or the third city preference. So the boys who are looking forward to get the test city, which is their first choice, and they are 70-80% sure of targeting XLRI through XAT, they might look forward to fill immediately on day one. Is that clear? Now, third is the preparation level. Again, if I look, you are just 70-80% sure of XLRI through XAT, but you feel that you are not prepared well for the XAT as of now. You would do the preparation in the next 4 to 5 months, and then probably you would be in a position to decide whether to go for the XAT paper or not. So in that case, you can look forward to fill it post CAT so that you can decide that yes, now my level is good enough and I can go ahead and target the XAT paper. And it's possible that by that time, you are 100% sure also that you want to go for XLRI. Now, when I'm talking about CAT 2026 performance, look, if you are targeting XLRI, in that case, doesn't matter what is your CAT 2026 performance. But there might be students who feel they may not be able to get the XLRI call, but they're confident of the other B schools. A few examples I'll give you: IMT Ghaziabad, XIMB. So they feel that they are competent to get the calls from these B schools through the XAT paper. So what they have to check is, look, the CAT most likely would happen on 29th November 2026. So you would be in a position to know what you have done in the CAT 2026. What is your performance? Even the response sheet is out soon after the CAT result. So you would be also having the fair idea what is your score section wise and overall, right? So most likely by that time of the response sheet, you should have the application deadline also for the XAT form. Currently it is December 6th, but most likely it is going to extend by a few days as I see the past year trends, right? So what you'll do is, if your performance is good and you can evaluate that you can get the calls from the other B schools like XIMB, IMT Ghaziabad through CAT. In that case, you might not fill the XAT paper because those other B schools are already targeted through the CAT. But let's say you did not do well in the CAT, you do not expect calls from these B schools and you want another chance. In that case, of course, you should fill the XAT form, post your CAT performance, evaluating it, right? So that you can get one more chance to get into those B schools. So I hope if you have reached till here, so you must have understood whether to fill the XAT form right now or not at all. Still, if there is any confusion, feel free to write in the comment box. We would love to answer it. Do join the CAT 2 information group. Do subscribe to the channel. If you're targeting CAT 2026 or maybe CAT 2027, you can look forward to inquire from us. We do have fresh batches. And also we prepare for the other exams like XAT and MAT SNAP too. Thank you so much. Do share with the other XAT aspirants as well.